All right, so this comment was shared to me by my wife. This is a comment that was left under one of her videos. I blotted out the person's name to protect their integrity or something. But I found that this was interesting. And as she shared it with me, I was like, I think I want to talk about this. So this comment was left under my wife's video where she's talking about being angry, which is rightful. Again, as this comment is starting, or trying to start, as everyone is angry. And for her, especially as a Black woman, she is all right to be angry. But let's see what this commenter said. Everyone is angry. Nobody is angrier than men. We have so much testosterone and are constantly never shown any sympathy or respect from society unless I have money and status. Control your anger like a man. If we walked around angry all day, someone would get hurt. Stay stoic. This lady talk way too much about nothing. Okay. So my first response to this was to laugh for various reasons. And I'm not trying to be insensitive or anything like that, because I get it. I do think in general, people are angry. So I agree. That's like probably the one thing that I agree with in this comment. But the next part, nobody is angrier than men. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. There are a lot of people who are oppressed and who are impacted by the actions of men, including this person here, including myself. And, if we want to be more specific about it, who are impacted by the decisions and choices and systems put in place by white men. So yes, everybody's angry. And I think, to be honest, women are probably angrier than men because, if anything, they're being oppressed by the system and then sadly being oppressed by men in their community, in their society, even if we're talking more specifically about the Black community. And the thing is, anger isn't a problem. Being angry isn't the problem. Anger in itself is an emotional signpost to get our attention about something being wrong and there being an issue within our life or something that we need to deal with. What we do with that anger is the problem. And for a lot of guys, they choose to act out with that anger and do violent things that hurt people, hurt other men, hurt women, hurt children, hurt themselves. It's not good. He also says we have so much testosterone and are constantly never shown any sympathy or respect from society unless I have money and status. Okay, just because you have testosterone, that doesn't have to equate to you having no self-control. You can have testosterone. I have testosterone. There are a lot of men. People in general have levels of testosterone in them. Testosterone doesn't mean that you automatically have to be angry. Testosterone can be used for a lot of things beneficially within our community. It doesn't just have to equal being angry. And again, you can use that testosterone to actually do something beneficial, to help somebody. It goes on to say, and constantly never shown any sympathy or respect from society unless I have money and status. Okay, when you mention society, let's assume that this guy is a Black person. This is a Black man. You're looking for respect and sympathy for society. This society doesn't care about you because it's a system. It's a system that's trying to use people. That's why. There are people within our society that definitely care about us. If you have parents, I'm sure they care about you. I'm sure you have loved ones or friends or people in your community that care about you, that actually have empathy and sympathy toward you. In this moment, I have empathy for you. So I care about you. I want you to get better. I want this to be the case for all men because we've been going through a whole lot of stuff. It's true. We do live in a society, we do live in a system that doesn't want us to win, doesn't want us to be healthy, doesn't care about us. But that doesn't mean everybody dislikes us, and it doesn't mean everybody doesn't respect us. And the thing is, if you have people who are actually decent human beings, regardless if you have money or a particular status, there will be a level of respect. But if you do things like this, like leave comments like this, saying this lady talked way too much about nothing, you're being disrespectful. So it's kind of hard to respect you when you're saying mean and hurtful things to other people who, are trying to help other people. So, I think it's important that you check that. Yes, a lot of men are angry, but why? We got to ask this question. That's the whole point of these emotions that we have. They're signposts to things that are happening in our lives. Emotions are signals to let us know that we're feeling or thinking certain things that we need to pay attention to. So the question is, what are you angry about? What is everyone angry about? Why are men so angry? And I honestly think the reasons behind why we're angry probably aren't being addressed as well as you may think they are in the manosphere or the red pill kind of society and the community. No, we want to pick and choose certain stuff like blaming women for everything. There are deeper issues that we need to deal with. And I think at the heart of a lot of those issues is maybe we have a certain level of anger for ourselves that we need to deal with, that we need to address and be honest about. Going on to say, control your anger like a man. Well, This was created by a woman, so don't say that. And again, you saying that like control your anger like a man, I don't even think you're controlling your anger well. And you mentioned stay stoic. Again, you refraining from having emotional outbursts, even though I think this is kind of an emotional outburst, leave this kind of message on somebody's channel, isn't helping you. Controlling your anger doesn't deal with the issue. Again, anger can just be a symptom of something deeper. Very often it's hurt. It's pain that we have. So controlling it, just trying to repress it, but never actually addressing it, never really taking time to deal with it, to process it, isn't helping anything. All you're doing is continuing to suppress issues that need to be addressed. And as you say, if we walk around angry all day, someone will get hurt. You're probably hurting. That's the point. Like, that's the thing. Even before it escapes into people causing harm and having outbursts and boiling over and causing pain to other people, you're hurting. If you're a guy like this who's just walking around carrying anger within them, carrying hurt within them, you are hurting. We got to address this kind of stuff. This is why therapy is so important. This is why, I suggest things like having an emotional release valve. You can journal about it. You can blog about it. Having a safe place where you can actually express what's going on to try to address those things. But just walking around stoic, walking around trying to control your anger like a man, no, you should definitely have self-control. You need to control yourself regardless if you're a man or a woman. You definitely need to get that in check. But you need to address those issues. You need to address that anger. Because the reality is we're all suffering. We're all suffering under the oppressive power of capitalism, patriarchy, toxic masculinity, in a system that's, in my opinion, anti-human, anti-Christ, and anti-God. The people who are setting up these systems, the individuals behind this, shout out to Ralph Smart, he usually calls them the inorganic ones. Those who are putting things in place and using us as cogs in a machine don't care about our mental health, don't care about our physical health, don't care about our emotional health, don't care about anything about us. And they just want to use us. And they will continue to oppress us and have us believe lies and believe thoughts and things that don't heal us, that don't make room for our humanity. So yeah, everyone's angry, but everything that's shared in this comment, I don't agree with. I'm pretty sure there are people angrier than men, pretty sure. But the reality is we need to address and get to the root and the bottom of that anger. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure it's tied to hurt. There's hurt there. Hurt that maybe you feel like a failure. Hurt that you feel like you've been bamboozled because some form of entitlement has been shared to you, some promises, and it's not working out that way. Well, you have to check that. You have to criticize that. Really get to the heart of it. Because maybe what you've been told was actually a lie. Nobody likes being lied to. But going around commenting on other people's channel who are trying to actually process their feelings and help other people process their feelings and try to take the attention away and make it seem like I'm so in trouble. We're all in trouble. But that's why we got to help each other. That's why we got to do the work to get better. That's why we got to use resources like therapy and counseling and an emotional release valve, or even just community groups to discuss things, to actually try to find solutions, not just controlling your anger, but then letting it boil over and saying mean things to the opposite sex. It's not helpful. It's not beneficial. In scripture, it talks about be angry and sin not. We can be angry, but we need to address that anger. We need to talk about it. We need to try to get to the root of it and try to resolve it. Again, at the very bottom of it, it's probably some hurt. It's okay to hurt. And there's ways to get that hurt healed, but you got to take time. It requires self-reflection. It requires being still and really questioning the things around us and trying to get to the root cause of really what's going on. And I'm pretty sure it's not what you automatically think it is.